like show up for me, but they didn't. You know, on my way. Who knows where we'll go from here.
Do you remember the first song that you wrote?
Ooh.
Like, not necessarily Nashville, like Little Nugget.
So my grandmother, she passed away, and we, as like a family, inherited her grand piano, and all of us were taking like piano lessons together, and I started writing these like Adele ballads. Like, I was like so obsessed with Adele. I still am. I mean, who's not? And I killed the guy at the end of the song.
How old were you? Deep cuts at age 5.
It was, no, it was like, I was like teens.
Okay,
like
we were high
13,
school.
14. But actually, if you're saying the first song ever, I have all these notebooks where I was like young. I didn't even know like a D and a B. And I would be like, baby, baby, why are you doing this to me? And it would be like, datey, datey, why are you booing this to me?
Stop.
Yeah, I remember this one song I wrote called I'm Gonna Stay Strong. That might be the first one.
That's so tender. Did your parents keep any of this documentation?
We do. We have some of the like papers. I'll have to get them to send in some pictures, but I don't know if they'll be performed.
But we can, because you're such a songwriter at heart, and I'm excited to talk a little bit more about that. But at what point, okay, so you are singing as you're younger, grew up in singing in church, you're singing with mom, who sounds also musically inclined. So at what point did you decide, okay, like, I'm not going to be a cheetah girl and go to LA? At what point did you decide I'm going to go make this a career?
Well, I think there was never any question. Like, I was always involved in, you know, creative outlets, theater, music, all of that. That was definitely my favorite thing. And then when my dad was like, oh, if you start writing songs, you can actually make a career out of this. So there's a restaurant in my hometown called The Wing House. And I went and performed my first original songs at The Wing House. And I just, you know, got a taste of it. And I was like, I want to do this. And so then my dad actually found Belmont in Nashville. And I toured, you know, a lot of different schools. I toured NYU. That was just like too far from home.
Yeah.
What did you think? I mean, amazing.
Too far from home.
Yeah, too far from home. UGA is like literally a stone's throw away from our house. So like that was too close to home. And Nashville was just like the perfect in between. And then I got here and just like fell in love with the songwriting community. And then my brother was in school at Georgia Tech playing baseball. And him and I growing up, we didn't always get along, but as we both like dove deeper and deeper into music and songwriting, it kind of like brought us back together. So then I would call him and be like, you have no idea what's going on here. Like, I just saw Keith Urban on the street, and Thomas Rhett just came in and buy tacos next to the clothing store where I work, and like, da-da-da-da-da, and like, Larry the Cucumber is at my school speaking. And he's like, what is going on?
Are you well?
And so then he kind of got the bug too. He moved here, and now my older brother lives here too. And it's just become like a little home away from home. And I don't even know if I answered your question. But
to be honest, I don't remember fully what my question was. I just was going. I was like, I'm just going wherever we head with this.
But I think that I came here for school, and then I just kind of fell in love with the songwriting community, and they welcomed me with open arms like they always do. And so now, what else would I do?
Yeah. I love how close you are with your family. And so a thought that came to my mind was like, who outside of you is having more fun with your career than maybe you are? I feel like I do potentially know this answer, but
it is a family affair for sure. We have my brother Micah in the band. We have my dad, who is like the guy that will do anything. The ultimate hype guy. He's just like willing to jump in whenever and wherever, and it's like amazing. But you know, another star of the show that doesn't get her mentions enough is my Aunt Merm.
Merm?
Merm.
Aunt Merm.
Aunt Merm, my dad's sister. She comes whenever she can, and she'll sling the merch for us. She'll be wearing the merch. She's telling everybody about me. She's playing my songs in all her bars in Florida and the jukeboxes. Like, she's spreading the word.
She's like your ultimate PR woman.
Yeah, she is. And then, you know, my husband, he comes and slings the merch. Uh-oh.
Sorry. Second awesome PR woman.
And, you know, we have a show this Thursday. We're actually opening for Tracy Lawrence, which is like
Mackenzie.
insane, iconic.
Mackenzie.
And my other brother is coming to help with merch. So we'll have all the Carpenter siblings on the road. Maybe he should come up. You know, both of them got to make my Opry debut with me.
Yes, I remember that.
So maybe we should just like revamp that set list.
Was there ever a moment, y'all growing up, I don't know if your brothers sing, but, or yes, they do. I think I'm like trying to remember like any clips that, I was like, hold on. But was there ever a moment where I was like, oh no, I'm going to be the lead singer? Like growing up as you guys were playing around. Like my brothers were not even remotely, they're like, so are you going to go fishing with us or no? Like we don't want to participate in whatever you're doing. I'm like, sick.
No, I will say growing up, we didn't, there are some videos. It all started, I think, our family situation outside of church with our middle school talent show in the 6th grade. There are like these insane videos of us in the living room, and Micah is like playing a cajon, McLean's strumming a guitar, and I'm singing. And I'm just like,
and I
there was just no question. Like
Yeah,
I guess they've always been so sweet to be like my biggest supporters, but also, you know, let me have a little spotlight.
Yeah.
But I always like to throw it back to them, you know?
Yeah. This question, this will come, or this, like, if we talk next month, this answer might be so different. But I'd say up until now, what is she gonna say? Up until now, what would you say kind of has been your, I'd say either pinch me or I take made it moment loosely of just like, man, because I know so many times you're like, I don't feel like I've made it. You know, there's still so much I'm striving for, but I'd say up until this point, what would you say is a moment where you're like, okay, I really have a shot in this industry?
Ooh, I would say, can I have two?
Yeah, go for it.
So the first one, which this is probably so normal to this community, was my Opry debut. That day will like live on in my head rent free till the end of time. It was just like everything about it was magical. Everything about it was perfect. I got my dress from the same place that I got my wedding dress and every prom and homecoming dress growing up. It's called Dressing Dreams in Hartwell, Georgia. Shout out.
Well, it looked amazing. It was adorable. Yeah.
Thank you. And so that night was just like, I had, I think like 120 people, which is like basically my whole hometown in the audience on a Tuesday night, like just so special. And then the second one was more recent. Me and my brother and Micah.
I was like,
me and Micah, my brother, and Ben and Megan just got an NSAI award. And so in Nashville, they have this award that's like the 10 songs I wish I'd written, and it's peer voted. So it's like other songwriters, other industry people are voting from that year, like 10 songs that they feel like were impactful and like popular and amazing and that they wish that they had written. And I'm Not Pretty got one of those awards. And so I just got to perform it with Micah at the Ryman literally last week. And I feel like when other people that do what you do, they're like your toughest critics.
Yeah.
So when they give you a nod, it's like just so much more of a confidence boost of like, oh, keep doing it. Like you're doing something right. So that was really special.
Have you, because you're such a positive person, have you ever had imposter syndrome? Like, do you remember a specific moment where you're like, wait, what am I doing?
That's a good
Maybe
question.
not. If you haven't, props to you. Like,
you know, I feel like I've just come from like a family and a place where it's like you like put in the work and you like reap what you sow. And I feel like I show up every day, you know, just like working hard, doing whatever I can do to like get to the next level. And so I think that those things, as you continue to put in the effort, they continue to like come back around.
Yeah. Y'all, this is Mackenzie Carpenter. If you're just now tuning in, also this is going to live on our Instagram feed, so you can rewind.
Oh, that's...
If you missed it! Yeah, you didn't know. Surprise! But before we're about to head into a song, a little performance from her. But before we get there, I do want to talk a little bit more about the songwriter side of you, because you said it just a few seconds ago, but you've gotten to pen so many songs, and one specifically with Megan Maroney, I'm Not Pretty. What about songwriting do you really, really love that's obviously different from being an artist, standing up, performing, all the above?
I do think that they go hand in hand, but whether you're performing the song or not, what I love about songwriting, there's so many things. First of all, we just like go in a room and we basically come with nothing, like maybe an idea, maybe something, but we leave with like something so impactful. We just like create it out of thin air, and that's actually crazy when you think about it. And it's so inspiring. The second thing is, I love an audience reaction. Like, I love storytelling, and I love to, like, see the look on people's faces when they, like, get it, or when they, like, it all makes sense. So a lot of times with songs and songwriting, like, that's the starting point.